students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to discuss important multiple choice questions on circulatory system from the previous year question papers, right? Systolic pressure of heart is higher than diastolic pressure because blood is forcefully pumped into arteries by the heart during systole and not during diastole. Arteries offer resistance to the flowing of blood during systole only. Arteries contract during systole only. Volume of blood in heart is greater during systole than during diastole. Correct option is first. Blood is forcefully pumped into arteries by the heart during systole and not during diastole. Persons suffering from high blood pressure should take the following precautions to avoid excessive rise in their blood pressure. Sleep as much as possible, avoid standing, increase their weight, avoid emotional disturbance and excitement. Fourth option is correct, avoid emotional disturbances and excitement. Carotid artery contains impure blood from the brain, impure blood to the kidneys, oxygenated blood to the brain, oxygenated blood to the heart. Correct option is oxygenated blood to the brain. A vein differs from an artery in having narrower lumen, strongly muscular wall, pigmented wall to give a dark appearance, walls to control direction of flow. The correct option, walls to control direction of flow of blood. The venous system of frog differs from that of a mammal in the presence of renal portal system, hepatic portal system, three superior vena cava, hepatic vein. It is from renal portal system, right? Okay, now in a portal system, a vein starts from an organ and ends up in the heart. A vein enters into an organ other than the heart and breaks up into capillaries. An artery breaks up in an organ and restarts by union of its capillaries. The blood from gut is brought into kidneys before it is poured into posterior vena cava. Correct option in a portal system. A vein enters into an organ other than the heart and breaks up into capillaries. Right atrium of mammalian heart receives blood from sinus venosus, pulmonary vein, precavals, pre and post caval. Correct option, pre and post cavals. Pacemaker of the heart in the rabbit is situated in wall of right atrium close to the Eustachian wall, interarterial septum, wall of the left atrium close to the opening of pulmonary veins. The correct option, third one, is interventricular septum. It is third option. Correct option is first, wall of right atrium close to the Eustachian wall. Blood circulation takes the following course of the human heart: left atrium, left ventricle, lungs, right atrium, right ventricle. Second, right atrium to the left ventricle. Third option, left atrium to left ventricle. Fourth, none of them. Third is the correct, from left atrium to the left ventricle. Pulmonary aorta in mammalian embryo communicates with carotidosystemic aorta by a thin vessel called ductus arteriosus, which later closes and remains in adult as fossa ovalis, ligamentum arteriosus, carotico-pulmonary aperture, none of this. The correct option is ligamentum arteriosus. Role of spleen in mammals is to act as hemopoietic tissue, assist kidneys, assist liver, control blood pressure. Correct option, acts as a hemopoietic tissue. Mitral wall in mammals guards the opening between stomach and intestine, pulmonary vein and left auricle, right atrium and right ventricle, left atrium and left. Correct option is left atrium and left ventricle. Regulation of heartbeat in mammals is due to presence of excess oxygen in blood, presence of pacemaker in the heart, presence of thyroxine in blood, a volume of blood in the system. Correct option is presence of pacemaker in the heart. In frog, the vein that carries blood from tongue is lingual, cutaneous, anterior abdominal, azygous. Correct option, lingual. Pacemaker influences contraction of pelvis, heartbeat rate, flow of blood in heart, contraction of heart muscle. Correct option, contraction of heart muscles. Heart of frog differs from that of rabbit by the presence of sinus venosus, four chambers, mitral wall, two aortae. It is the sinus venosus. Heart of rabbit consists of one contraction node, no contraction node, two contraction node, many contraction. It is two contraction nodes. A pacemaker or sino-auricular node is found in liver, heart, brain, spleen. It is in the heart. Caudae tendineae are found in ventricles of heart, atria of heart, joints, ventricles of brain. It is found in ventricles of heart. Walls in vein check backflow in blood flowing under low pressure, high pressure, no pressure, atmospheric pressure. Correct option is low pressure. The next one, which artery supplies blood to the diaphragm? Phrenic, splenic, renal, caudal. Correct option is phrenic. The vein into which sciatic vein of frog pours its blood, renal, pelvic, abdominal, renal portal. It is renal portal. Heartbeat in mammals is initiated by a pace setter or pacemaker called sino-auricular node, auriculoventricular node, Purkinje fibers, carotid labyrinth. Correct option, sino-auricular node. Vein which drains blood from back region in frog, renal portal, abdominal, pelvic, dorsolumbar. It is dorsolumbar. An artery is thin-walled in which blood flows under low pressure, thick-walled in which blood flows under high pressure, thin-walled in which blood flows under high pressure, thick-walled in which blood flows under. It is thick-walled in which blood flows under high pressure. Which one of the following organs can be called a short of blood bank? Heart, liver, spleen, lungs. It is the spleen. Which blood vessel in mammals would normally carry the largest amount of urea? Dorsal aorta, hepatic vein, renal vein, hepatic portal. Correct option, hepatic vein. Papillary muscles are located in heart, ventricles of rabbit, dermis of mammalian skin, orbit of vertebrate, eyes, pylorus of vertebrate. It is the heart ventricles of rabbit. Bicuspid term is applied to a wall in the heart and a bone of a pelvic girdle, a muscle in upper arm and evolve in heart and tooth surface, evolve in heart. Bicuspid term, valve in heart and tooth surface. Both pulmonary and renal arteries contain oxygenated blood, have internal walls, deliver carbon dioxide to the organs they supply, have a thick wall and narrow lumen. That is the both arteries, they have a thick wall with narrow lumen. Compared to a vein in mammals, an artery has thinner wall, is located more superficially, has no internal walls, carries blood away, has no internal walls. Blood of which in mammals carries least percentage of urea, dorsal aorta, renal vein, renal artery, posterior vein. It is renal vein. A renal portal system is found in rabbit, man, horse, frog. It is in frog. The blood leaving the lungs is richer than the blood entering in the lungs. CO2, hydrogen, oxygen, moisture. It is oxygen. Purkinje fibers are found in brain, liver, eyes, heart. Of course, it is in heart. Sphygmomanometer measures heartbeat, pulse rate, blood pressure, all of it. It is the blood pressure. Usual wall is found in middle ear, internal ear, left ventricle of heart, right atrium. It is found in right atrium of heart. Now the next, William Harvey is known for the discovery of blood circulation, blood clotting, respiration, digestion. Correct option is blood circulation. Cardiac muscles contract quickly and get fatigued, slowly and get fatigued, slowly and do not get fatigued, quickly and do not get fatigued. Correct option is fourth, quickly and do not get fatigued. To reach the left side of heart, the blood must pass through the lungs, liver, kidney, sinus. It is the lungs. Heartbeat rate is under the control of vagus nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, autonomic system, none of this. It is the autonomic system. Pulmonary veins carry pure blood from the heart to lungs, carry pure blood from lungs to heart, carry impure blood from lungs to heart, carry impure blood from heart. Correct option is the second one, carry pure blood from lungs to heart. Pulmonary veins, they carry pure blood from the lungs to heart. During diastole, blood enters the heart. Blood leaves the heart, blood leaves the ventricle, blood enters the heart. The vein whose union gives rise to anterior abdominal vein in frog, sciatic, renal portal, pelvic, femoral. It is pelvic. Heartbeat is controlled by a nodal tissue made up of specialized cardiac muscles called myonemes, Purkinje fibers, telodendrites, collagen fibers. It is Purkinje fibers. Physiology of blood circulation was first described by William Harvey, Cord Lenster, and this vessel is called Correns. Correct option is William Harvey. First heart sound is lub sound at the end of systole, dub or dub sound at the end of systole, lub sound at beginning of the ventricular systole, a dub sound at beginning of ventricular systole. Lub sound at the beginning of ventricular systole. Which vessel carry blood from lungs to the heart? Pulmonary veins, cardiac arteries, pulmonary arteries, cardiac veins. It is pulmonary veins. Which of these has oxygenated blood? Renal veins, pulmonary arteries, hepatic portal vein. It is pulmonary veins. Pulse can be detected on a superficial artery like that of wrist, thigh, diaphragm, humerus. That is the wrist. Role of pacemaker is to increase heartbeat, to decrease heartbeat, to initiate heartbeat, to control blood supply to the heart, to initiate heartbeat. Tricuspid valve is present between right atrium and ventricle, the two atria, the two ventricles, left atrium and ventricle. It is right atrium and ventricle. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except systemic, hepatic, pulmonary, cardiac. It is pulmonary. Phalangium in frog is found in conus arteriosus, sinus venosus, atrium, ventricle. It is conus arteriosus. Red pulp and white pulp are present, are tissues found in bone, spleen, tooth, skeletal. It is in spleen. Cell constituting the wall of capillaries are parietal, oxyntic, endothelial, hematocytes. It is endothelial. Anterior abdominal vein in frog is formed by the union of right and left pelvic veins, right and left sciatic veins, right and left femoral veins, right and left dorsolumbar vein. It is the first one, right and left pelvic vein. Heartbeat in vertebrates is neurogenic, myogenic, both none. It is myogenic. If nerves of heart are cut and then heart will beat rhythmically, stop, arrhythmically, shrink. It will beat rhythmically. Blood capillaries are made up of endothelium and thin coat of connective tissues, endothelium and a thin coat consisting of muscle fibers and connective tissues, endothelium and a thin coat of muscle fibers, endothelium. The second option is correct, endothelium and a thin coat consisting of muscle fibers and connective tissue. Which of these has a closed type of circulatory system? First, cockroach, fish, mollusk, scorpion. It is the fish. Dub sound in heartbeat is produced when tricuspid valve opens, mitral valves closes, mitral valve opens, semilunar valves of opening of aortic close. Aortic arches close. It is the fourth option, semilunar valves of opening of aortic valves close. Lymph vessels in mammals ultimately pour their content into hepatic portal vein, artery entering into the anterior veins close to the article sciatic vein. It is the anterior veins close to the right auricle. Which set is correct for two names of the same structure, bicuspid valve, mitral valve, diocele, fourth ventricle, atlas, second vertebra, pacemaker, bundle of his. The first option, bicuspid valve or mitral valve, they are one and the same thing. All veins first open in the heart or large vein, carry pure blood, carry impure blood. They are formed by confluence or smaller vein. The fourth option are formed by confluence or smaller vein. In connection with circulatory system, walls are present not only in heart and blood vessels of vertebrates but in vertebrate lymphatic as well. Vertebrate heart only, vertebrate and invertebrate hearts only, vertebrate heart and invertebrate hearts and blood vessels. Correct option is the first, not only in the heart and blood vessels of vertebrate but in vertebrate lymphatics as well. Neurogenic heart is characteristics of lower vertebrates, rat, rabbit, man. It is of the lower vertebrates. Which set is the correct passage for the impulse of the heartbeat? SO node, Purkinje fibers, bundle of his heart muscles. AV node, bundle of his Purkinje fibers, heart muscle. SV node, SA node, Purkinje fibers, bundle of his heart muscle. SA node, AV node, bundle of his Purkinje fibers, heart muscle. The fourth option, sino-auricular node, auriculoventricular node, bundle of his Purkinje fibers, heart muscle. An unpaired artery in frog, iliac, cutaneous, ciliaco-mesenteric, phrenic. It is the ciliac-mesenteric. Spleen in adult mammal secretes hormone, forms RBCs, removes obsolete RBCs from blood, all of it. The spleen, it removes obsolete RBCs from blood. Which vertebrate organ receives oxygenated blood only? Gill, lung, liver, spleen. It is the spleen. All veins draining blood from the various parts of alimentary canal join to form hepatic vein, hepatic portal artery, hepatic portal vein. None of the. It is the hepatic portal vein. A coronary sulcus is found in upon surface of liver between right and left liver lobes, upon heart surface between right and left auricle, upon heart surface between ventricle and atrium, upon heart surface between right and left atrium. Correct option is 3, upon heart surface between ventricle and atrium. A spiral wall is present. A spiral wall is found in phalangium of the conus arteriosus of frog's heart, synangium of the conus arteriosus of frog, right auricle of rabbit's heart, sinus venosus of frog. It is the first option, phalangium of the conus arteriosus of frog's heart. Venous blood from the heart wall in rabbit collects directly in the right auricle, directly in the right ventricle, in coronary sinuses, directly in the pulmonary. It is in coronary sinus. During a diastasis, blood slowly seeps from the great veins into the atria, blood slowly seeps from the atria into the ventricle, blood slowly seeps from the ventricles into the aortic arches. Two of them. Any two cases can be possible. Auricular appendages can be seen in rabbit's heart when auricles contract, ventricles contract, auricles are in diastole, ventricles and they are auricles contract. Jaw, eye, orbit, and nasal chambers in frogs are supplied by vertebral arteries, external carotid arteries, internal carotid arteries, occipital arteries. Correct option is occipital arteries. Net filtration pressure, which causes filtration of plasma fluid from blood capillaries into the tissue fluid, is about 28 millimeter mercury, 30 to 35 millimeter mercury, 10 to 15 millimeter mercury. None. Correct option is second, 10 to 15 millimeter mercury. Sinus venosus is spread over dorsal surface of the heart of the dorsal surface of the heart of the rabbit, ventral surface of the heart of the frog. Okay. The correct option is dorsal surface of the heart of frog. Percentage of total blood pumped into human brain in each cardiac output is about 25%, 15%, 50%, 75. It is 15%. Rate of heartbeat in frog is 72 times per minute, 50 times per minute, 75.64 times. It is 64 times per minute. Single heart circuit occurs in fishes, frog, reptiles, man. It is in fishes. I hope everything is clear. Any doubt anywhere, you can ask me in the comment section. Next video, again, we will make more multiple choice questions on the other topics. Thank you.